Hey everybody, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic and our Horde Season of Mastery playthrough. I have a couple things that we need to do to wrap up getting our fire totem. Need to run back over into Durotar, unfortunately. I did a little bit of work on skinning, just trying to get some skins, so we did level up. I completed a Prowler quest kind of by accident, so just by running around and fighting stuff, I beat a bunch of Prowlers for their paws, got that one turned in, and I think that was what pushed us to level 16. Don't mind if I take somebody's skins here. But yeah, I thought I had wrapped this up, but it seems like I just forgot to talk to him again. I thought he was sending us somewhere else, and that didn't end up being the case. That being said, we're going to head back out that way. We really need to get over to the Forgotten Pools really soon. I'm worried that we're going to start out-leveling stuff. So yeah, we're going to start off by kind of heading back over into Durotar, which is not really how I planned to start the episode today, but it's going to be what I have to do, because the Shaman quest is also green, and I would love to actually get credit for it. That being said, we have some quests that we need to do along the way, or that we can at least work on. I didn't want to aggro any of these guys, but we'll pull him over here and take care of him. So yeah, we'll work our way over to the east, and as we go, any Planestriders, cats, or raptors we find we'll take on. Oh yeah, the zebras. I also ended up completing the zebra quest. I'm not sure if that was on recording or not. I honestly don't remember. Oh, let's actually attack. There we go. Some of you guys let me know about some cooking recipes, so I did learn the cooking recipe for Strider's meat. We need red apples, though. I don't know if maybe we can buy these. But yeah, if you know where we can get shiny red apples, let me know. I'll start looking at vendors, but I haven't seen any shiny red apples. I feel like that's a starter food that sometimes we're given, but I don't remember ever buying any. I was going to keep moving to the east, but since there are a lot of Planestriders here, we're just going to fight them here. And the Planestrider kidneys that we currently need from these guys are for Chen's empty keg. We also need the Savannah tusks and one Thunder Lizard horn, which we're not going to find until we make our way to the south, which might not be for a little while. Of course, the time I lay down the slowing totem, he doesn't get a chance to run away. Let's try to thread the needle here. Maybe we don't have to fight any of these. And we pulled one. Yeah, I've made this run a couple of times now, so I really don't want to fight anybody. I really want this to be the last time I have to run to Durotar. I thought I had succeeded in that yesterday. But, you know, I messed it up, so now we're headed back. I did get the blip, Robert Speaks Take 2. I did get the flight point for Ratchet, so whenever we want to head back down that way, we can just fly down there now. That's good. You are a raptor, and I need 2 raptor heads soon. This is another one that's going to go gray on us, I fear, if we don't wrap it up pretty soon here. Apparently raptors can spawn over here, but I am not seeing any up at the moment. Just a savanna cat over here. Which we might as well take out. Yeah, I already did the part of this where I came over here, I drank the Sapta, and for some reason I was like 100% sure that he gave us a quest to go talk to the guy back in the building, but now I can see that's for the Samouflage. The building would have been down here, and I just totally misread my map. I was in a hurry to get off my computer, and yeah, because of that hurry and not paying attention to what I was doing, now we had to come back today, so... Again, I wish I could say I liked these totem quests, but I really don't. They tend to be quite an aside from everything else that we're working on. And we have 2 more to go. We have water and wind. I don't remember what order we get them in, but they're probably going to be more travel than even this one has involved. So yeah, not really looking forward to those very much, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, we had to come back up here and click on the brazier. Okay, see, that's why there wasn't anything floating in the world. I just was in a hurry, didn't read, didn't understand. The brazier stands about 1/3 of your height and looks normal, save for the inscription along its smooth metal rails. The metal shows no signs of wear from the weather, and the bowl seated at the top of it feels cool to the touch. A white-hot flame ignites within the bowl as you place the ember within. You can feel the magical effects of the Sapta coursing through your body, and the fire dances rhythmically before you. Torch firmly in hand, you turn away from the brazier and look out over Durotar. You feel an excitement tugging at your spirit as the wind picks up and forces the flame to dance violently. You start off down the path back to the Barrens in search of Crenal Thys. I'm glad it narrates to us what we were doing when we haven't in fact moved. How weird is that? Okay, now we have the quest to go back and talk to the guy. Isn't that wonderful? We have other stuff going on, as we can tell by our mini-map, so we are gonna hearth. We're gonna hearth, yeah. That's what we're doing. Oh, I wanted to point out to you guys, all these items, I put them all in the auction house. None of them for more than 12 silver. And none of them sold, so I'm done. I'm done holding on to the greens. I'm not going to send them to a bank alt. I'm not going to try to put them on the auction house. I'm going to vendor them to get them out of my bags. I think part of it is the seasonal model. I think part of it is a lot of people are not rolling alts because of that, and I think a part of it is because maybe the economy is just too young for people to have a lot of money to spend on alts. Also, you get so much gear in Season of Mastery that I don't even really feel like you would need to purchase low-level items. There really isn't a point in it, and that's why they sit on the auction house for really cheap and don't sell. Because there really isn't a point for people to purchase them. So I'm not going to be putting them up anymore. Sorry if that really annoys anybody, but I did say that I would try it. And that if we didn't sell anything, which we literally didn't sell anything, that I wasn't going to persist with it. Now, that being said, if we get a blue, or if we somehow get an epic, then yeah, I'm going to put that on the auction house. And someone might buy it, because I'll put it up there for a reasonable price, but... The greens, if we can't use them, we're going to vendor them. I was kind of thinking if I put it up there cheaply like I did, someone would buy it to level up Disenchanting. But maybe I don't really understand how enchanting works, and maybe that's not necessary. Alright, so the Plain Striders we are done with. So we're looking for Savannah Cats and Raptor Heads. We're going to throw down our Stoneclaw Totem here to pull some aggro for a minute off the second one. Nothing like electrocuting a wild cat while it sleeps. Well, it would have been nice to get that last item there, but it wasn't to be. Okay, I think we're going to run over here, we're going to get the fire totem, and then we need to shoot straight out to the west, and we need to work on the Forgotten Pools and collect our fungal spores. Before we lose that one. Over here is our Stone Talon breadcrumb quest, which is a little bit surprising. We are not ready to go to Stone Talon yet. I'd like to go to Stone Talon. Maybe at some point. But we're not quite there yet, so... I think that little boy was being chased by giant mosquitoes. I can't be sure, but that's kind of what it looked like. Some kind of flying insects. Dragonflies, maybe? I'm not sure. And hey, there's 12 out of 12 raptor heads. Cleaning up the map little by little. I'd love to get the Savannah tusks so we can get all of those off the map. Yeah, I kind of have this weird thing where, like, it really makes me feel good to see the icons vanish off the map that Questy puts there when we're done with an objective. It's refreshing to get back to a clear map.
Speak, friend.
Your spirit burns brighter than any torch I've ever seen, and for that you should be proud. If you continue down this path, the elements will be yours to command, and our brethren will look to you for guidance and wisdom. Let me be the first to congratulate you and present you with your newest totem. There we go, guys. We did it. We got our fire totem. Obviously, it took us 6 or 7 levels to do it, but, you know, it's done now. Searing Totem. Summon a Searing Totem with 5 health at the feet of the caster for 30 seconds. Repeatedly attacks an enemy within 20 yards for 9 to 11 fire damage. Not sure how much we're going to be using that, but we'll try to drop it occasionally for an extra... It's an extra dot, right? So it's an extra damage over time. The problem is there's that time where you lay it down, it takes it a second to start going, so we kind of have to lay it down preemptively, but then you run into the issue where sometimes your fire totem will develop a mind of its own, and it will start aggroing things around you within that 20-yard range, so kind of, can be kind of iffy sometimes, depending on what's around you and what you're ready to fight. Okay, headed right out to the west, and let's cross our fingers. Maybe we will find some Savannah lions or lionesses along the way. They tend to just hang out by trees, so I'd kind of be surprised to see them just chilling out in the open, but who knows. Okay, here we go. There are some ahead in the shade of these trees, which is exactly where you might expect to find them. What expansion was it that they introduced the button where you could set up your totem loadout and then you'd press one button and it would drop one of each type of totem depending on what you've told it to do? Yeah, I need that button. I need to be able to set up my loadout, and then if I can press one button to lay down all my totems, even if that then charged me like the cost of mana per each totem, that's really what I need to probably use totems more of the time. Is if I have one button to press instead of ultimately having, what, 4 buttons to press when it's all said and done. And we have all of our totems, we'll have 4 totem buttons to lay down potentially. Kind of like the idea of a loadout and then just dropping them all at once. I'm sure there's like a weird macro I could do, right? Cast this, cast that, cast this, cast that, like... Probably something of that nature. I don't really care for having to make macros. I've never had a lot of success with them. I don't know why. Probably because I'm just not smart that way. So, there's that. Okay, so up here at the beautiful oasis, I think we need to get to the bottom of the lake, and we're also looking for mushrooms that are going to be around its outskirts. Might have to deal with some centaur here. In fact, before we do anything with centaur, there's a quest over here we might want to grab. And it's another one of those quests that I probably often miss. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's all the way down here at this little outpost. Oftentimes, especially in the Barrens, you look at something on the map and you're like, that's not far away. And it turns out to be quite far. But I want to grab this in case he has some kind of kill quest. Centaur Bracers and Kolkar Leaders. Yeah, if we're gonna be fighting Centaur, even incidentally, I want to have a quest for it.
Strength.
Ragthar Deathgate, what a name. The Kolkar are a threat to the Horde's claims in the Barrens. We must reduce the number of their troops, and so I have a bounty task for you. While in Kolkar territory, slay their warriors and collect Centaur Bracers. Return when you have a heap of Bracers, and the Horde will reward you well by giving you an item you cannot use.
Strength.
Because of course. Kolkar Leaders. The Centaurs have plagued the Tauren for years, and recently the Kolkar Centaurs of the Barrens have grown into a real threat. Normally, they were disorganized in these lands, but new leaders have risen among them, rallying them. To preserve our holdings here, these Centaur leaders must be destroyed. Bring me their heads.
Go with honor.
Yeah, I don't really want their heads in my bags. Can we bring you something else? A photograph, perhaps. Pose with their defeated bodies. Okay, yeah, on that note, we can head in here now, and if we have to fight Centaur, so be it. I don't know if we should be focusing the quest, though. I guess the Bracers is level 14, the Leaders are level 16. Well, let's just get into it and see what the drop rate's going to be like on the Bracers, then we'll kind of make a decision as to whether or not we're going to... Oh, you're going to shoot us. As to whether or not we're going to focus this, or kind of just stick to what we're doing for now. There's probably going to be plenty of opportunity to fight Centaur at the different oases. And yeah, obviously the Bracers are not 100% drop, because why would they be? Let's not fight these guys now. Let's get the mushrooms we need, let's explore the oases. And then we could come down here and we can get their leaders. Are these not the leaders? Yeah, I have no idea where the leaders would be at, honestly. And I don't know if it's showing us that with Questy or just showing us possible places where they could spawn, but we'll have to work that out. Let's get in here and just focus on this quest. We'll take out the Centaur that are in here to kind of ease our way in. Kinda happy these guys show no desire to run away. See, when we can do so many quests, I'm kind of like hesitant about the order that we should do them in. Like, we're all the way up here. It kind of makes me just want to go work on the harpies. Kind of makes me just want to do it all at once. Okay, well, let's just keep working on these centaurs. Oh, starting with you that we just didn't see here. Perfect hiding place you had. Very impressive. Okay, let's just go to war with these guys for now, I guess. We're going to work our way out to the harpies, but we're going to fight the guys that are here. Not sure how exactly we're going to find the leaders. But maybe once the map is cleaned up a bit, we'll have a few more hints on exactly where that can happen. Let's get a little bit of mana back. Obviously, restoring 151 mana is not really that much, but it will help some. Pretty soon we are going to have to start buying milk. Yeah, our totem can't reach him from there, unfortunately. Maybe we pull him back a little bit. Didn't really help us against both of them. And I do very badly need to make a few heavy linen bandages. Let's go ahead and do that for a second here. Oh good, we're standing in the storm. That's a perfect place for us to stand. That makes sense. We're being cast at by somebody and we're not even paying attention. Makes sense. Yeah, these guys don't drop a lot of bracers, do they? We've killed at least a half dozen right here, and we didn't get any. So we could be at this for a little while. But we're going to head up to the harpies and see what their deal is. Yeah, we need talons from them, so it'll probably be a very similar drop rate to what we're dealing with right now. Hey, there's our second one. Okay, it's saying that there's like a leader back here. That's what it's saying, at least. Let's go investigate this, just so we can kind of understand like how accurate this is going to be. I can't tell. I think it's on the other side of this mountain. But yeah, I want to see if this is actually going to tell us where the leaders are at currently, or if this is just something that's kind of telling us, hey, they can spawn here, but they might not be there right now. Yeah, it literally is marking this very specific spot for this guy's head. Let's see if that's true. Yeah, hey, it is. That's actually brilliant. Oh, you are a bowman. Of course you are. You're all going to be bowmen, aren't you? doesn't really help us find the other guys. Yeah, unfortunately what's going to have to happen is probably we're going to have to get all 15 of our bracers. That's going to clear the map enough for me to be able to see where the leaders are at. And maybe like within that journey we will just naturally find some of the leaders. We have a requires Kolkar booty key. I need the booty key. We don't have the booty key. So if we get the booty key, we need to remember to come up back by the oases here and try to get into this chest. But yeah, for now we're going to run all the way out here to the northwest, and we're going to take on the Harpies first. Then we'll swing back down and kind of carve a path through these Centaur camps and take out a bunch of Centaur, get all the bracers. Once we've gotten all the bracers, that should clear the map up enough for us to find the leaders. Yeah, we've just got so much to do. So much to do, and we're leveling pretty quickly through it. Like, I get worried. All of our quests are green and yellow right now. We can do Rage Fire sometime, maybe, potentially. I'm getting worried, guys, about like the viability of finding groups for these dungeons. The problem is right now when I play is like I play a lot in the mornings, as a lot of you guys know. I sometimes have time to get on in the evenings, but honestly, I have things that I enjoy doing in the evenings. And I like to spend my morning or afternoon playing WoW, and my evenings doing other things. It's one of the biggest reasons why I haven't raided in multiple years, because I really don't like dedicating 3-4 hours a night to either farming stuff for raid or doing raid. I love raiding. It's a huge time investment. You know, often with questionable payoff. Either of intrinsic value or extrinsic. We are gonna die. Okay, did we have milk? We did have a couple of milk. Let's drink our milk and eat a banana. Which actually sounds really good right now. Instead, I'll just guzzle some coffee. Okay, same thing here. These guys are going to have a crappy drop rate. I think we can just go ahead and expect that to be the case. It'd be really cool to see the item drop once so that we can kind of like prove that they have it. Proof of concept. That fire totem doesn't really stay up for very long, does it? Oh gosh, our inventory. Oh wow. Well, not wow. Yeah, 3 intellect. We'd be giving up intellect for spirit and stamina. I think I'm gonna keep the intellect. The intellect is our mana pool. Spirit is our regen. Stamina is our health. It's all useful, but I think I'm gonna keep the... Well, you know what? It's 2 different stats. It's more armor. Let's just go ahead and equip it. At this level, it's not gonna make a huge difference. Let's equip the 12 armor back piece. And let's do a scroll of stamina. Just to kind of empty our inventory out a little bit. This has agility and stamina on it. I think we're going to go ahead and equip that. Well, there we go. That looks good. I'm glad that even on Tauren females, like everything on a female has to be a midriff because obviously it's 2004 Blizzard, so the clothes barely cover up the female models, so... Well, we cleared out that entire camp. I guess we will move a little ways over here and try to set up a good staging area. This looks decent. Let's throw down here. Yeah, I mean, the drop rate is as bad as we thought it was going to be, but I don't know, if you kind of get into a rhythm of things, it's not that bad. Really could use a passive healing totem. I think if we ever get a totem that can just kind of heal us passively, that'll be huge. That'll be a button that I will want to lay down every time, because yeah, if we don't take a lot of damage, we take enough damage that we can go a couple of pulls and then we kind of have to heal up. We can almost keep our mana going longer than our health, so... inventory's full. Yeah, this was kind of what I was worried about. Is our inventory being full? There's really not a lot that I can do, guys. I have some things in my inventory that I probably don't need. I have some things in my inventory that I need to vendor. And yeah, we just don't have any vendors around right now, so I'm kind of wondering what to do. I could just run back to town. Unfortunately, that may be the only thing for us to do. Yeah. We'll try to press on a little bit. I just don't feel particularly good about it. Yep, and here we go. We're gonna have to start leaving a bunch of stuff on the ground. How many more do we need? We need 3 more. I think I just have to stick it out and get these 3. It'd be kind of stupid for me to run back to town now. The time for vendoring has passed. We got way out here with bags that are too full. And that's my fault. Really? Okay. I even got the add-on that was suggested that automatically sells junk at vendors. I guess it doesn't help you when you actually don't have a lot of junk, when the things that you have are white items and gear and food and just stuff that you need to manually take care of. Doesn't help that much, but I'm sure it will help. It will help some eventually. Obviously, what would help even more would just be like a lot more bag space, right? That's what would actually help. Just having more bag space. I mean, I have to say it, this drop rate is it's pretty low. Pretty low drop rate. 2 more to go. We're in combat. Haha! I told you guys that sometimes our fire totem would get up to some some side business of its own while our back is turned. It's a pretty aggressive totem. I also just noticed that it kind of turns and faces stuff, which doesn't seem like it should have to do that, and is actually a little bit creepy that it does. Okay, one more to go, and then I think we're gonna have to start heading back to town. It's a shame that there isn't like a traveling vendor or anybody here that kind of wanders around who we could intercept. That would be really cool. Let's go ahead and drink this milk in our bag to get us back to full health. Or full mana even. That will open up a bag slot for us as well. And hey, look at that. We can try to get out of here now. Are we going to be lucky enough to get out without fighting anything else? Yeah, it looks like we'll be okay. Alright, on the way back, I mean, realistically, I should probably avoid all combat, but in reality, what's going to happen instead is I'm going to fight some of these centaur to work on getting the bracers we need. Because we still need a ton of bracers as well. We have 2 out of 15 guys. We got a long way to go on this one. So we'll fight some as we head back to the crossroads. It's not the optimal thing to do. You should probably just run back and get everything turned in. Vendor everything, rather, and that would probably be better. But I'm going to stay out here and try to get some bracers because we need so many and the drop rate seems so bad. That's right, dropping my totems here is going to be a waste of time because we're going to have to constantly keep moving. Really surprised and happy that this one has not pulled, which would then pull this next one. Maybe we'll back up a little bit. Oh, that didn't happen. Now this one's gonna attack, I think. Yeah, see, there we go. There's the fire totem acting aggressively. Anything within its range, even if it's something that didn't aggro us, the flame totem will aggro it. That's just what it does. Figure at least with the milk we can drink that to open the inventory slot back up in a minute here if we need to. Well, I think we're at 5 out of 15, which is not awful. It's better than nothing. We have aggroed somebody. Oh yeah, you're just kind of hiding back here in the tree. Very, very clever. I think that's twice that you've managed to surprise us from back there. Yeah, are we full on linen cloth even? Yeah, no, we need to be picking up the linen cloth. That isn't acceptable. Let's come back over here. You have linen cloth. You have linen cloth. Okay. I really don't want to fight 3 of these guys at the same time, so I'm gonna scoot over here a little bit. How did we complete Kolklar leaders? Was it only the one leader that we needed? Am I just not paying attention to quests today at all? Yeah, I guess it was only the one guy. I thought there were 3 different leaders, and I guess, like... I guess I'm just not really paying attention to my quest log and stuff today. It only took me 25 minutes to realize that the one leader we needed we already got, so... It's not too bad. That being the case... I mean, part of me wants to stay out here and keep working on this. The other part of me realizes that we do have to go vendor everything. We're going to have some other opportunities to fight Centaur. We're going to be sent down here to investigate the other oases. And when we do that, we'll fight the rest of the Centaur that we need. Let's turn in the leader quest, because maybe what's going to happen is maybe he'll send us after a different leader. That could be a thing. And would explain why I remember there being more leaders.
Blood and thunder.
Well done. The centaur are low, brutish creatures, but a few have wit and the vision to lead, and those are the most dangerous. Barak was such a centaur. It is good that he is dead. We killed the smart one. That's good. Right, the rest will just continue to be violent heathens, but it's fine. Here we go. Virag the Dervish. The centaur Virag the Dervish wanders the barrens and will be difficult to find, but he is based at the centaur command tent at the stagnant oasis to the southeast. It may be possible to draw him to you. Travel to the stagnant oasis to the southeast and attack centaur near the command tent. It will be dangerous, but if you can kill enough centaur, they should raise an alarm. The stagnant oasis is the one we're going to head to next, per the oasis quest, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, probably a good time just to get back to town. And we do have a few things that we need to turn in, on top of clearing out our inventory. Okay, the first stop is going to be to repair and get everything we don't need out of our inventory. Maybe I don't have this set up yet to do what it needs to do. Sell junk automatically and repair automatically. Okay, that is really all I wanted to do, I think.
May your blades never dull.
Okay, yep. So it's working. It's going to sell all of our junk right away, which obviously, like I said, at this level, we don't have a lot of stuff that's straight up considered junk. So we're still going to have to go through and sell what we got. We just don't have a lot of bag space, and we're holding on to all of these quest items.
Be safe.
It's becoming a real problem for us. We have a gold, but we're going to have to train our skills pretty soon. I think I trained level 16. Maybe I didn't. Fungal spores. Okay, you're going to do a little roleplay or something. Places the spores within his alchemical instruments. These spores have rendered nicely. They've rendered? Okay. I have rendered the spores you gave me into an emulsion. I must now send it to my associate, Apothecary Zama. If you were to carry this to her, she can offer you something from our stores of alchemical goods. She is in the Pools of Vision, a cave beneath the Shamans of Thunderbluff. Okay. Possibly something we can do for some free experience. Maybe I'll do that traveling on my own off recording. Who else? Okay. Garzog here. Raptor heads. Now he wants us to find some silver that some raptors have stolen. That's going to be south of Ratchet. The raptors are getting smarter and smarter, unfortunately. We have to go up top to turn this one in. And Thork has another quest.
What do you need?
Report to Kadrek at the Watchtower in the Northern Barrens. That might be a breadcrumb leading into Ashenvale, but it's pretty early for that. So I'm really not sure what that's about.
Strength and honor.
This time I want you to assassinate some of the Harpy lieutenants of the Dry Hills. Only Witchwing Slayers can be lieutenants, and you can tell them apart by the rings they carry. They are a nasty bunch, but they lead some of the underlings in that area. Taking out 6 of them will be a decisive strike against their matriarchy. Be sure they die a painful death. Yeah, that's really something to say. But this was the guy who wanted us to slit their throats, so he's a little bit over-violent. Which you might say, well, he's an orc, but I would say, well, that's very narrow-minded of you. Like the one you found at the Forgotten Pools, there may be fissures at the other oases in the Barrens. If so, then perhaps the fissures are the oasis' source of life. We must test this. Here, take these seeds. They are dead and infertile, but take them to the stagnant oases to the southeast. If there is a fissure there, then place the seeds within it and observe.
We shall meet.
Alright, yep. Let's see, what are these other quests? Level 22, and then the Fungal Spores quest, which I thought I already took care of that one. Yeah, I've already taken that quest. I'm not sure why it's still showing up. The egg hunt, how many? Oh, I'm 20 out of 20 in my quest log here. So, yeah, we're not taking anything else. And guys, I am going to take a break here. This might be a little bit of a long one. Feels like that's a possibility. If so, sorry about that if it's too long. But yeah, I feel like we've accomplished quite a bit. We are level 17 now, so before we go, let's go ahead and spend our rank here. I don't know if we can work on any cooking. We have 1 boar meat. Yeah, not really a lot we can do here. We can do that. Leatherworking, I think we're limited by the number of coarse thread that we have. We need 3 here, we need 5 there. Let's do the one that takes only 3 leather. And then, yeah, we can get some more coarse thread. And we can continue to level this up. As far as skinning goes, we are at 118 out of 150, so still a little while to go before we have to worry about learning the next rank. And our leatherworking is just kind of getting a little bit behind. Let's turn all the scraps into leather, and then we'll go find the trade goods vendor, and we will just get some more coarse thread and see what else we can do here to get this leveled up. I think at 70 we can visit a leatherworking trainer, and we can learn the next pattern. So maybe I'll just get us to skill 70, and then I'll check in Orgrimmar later. I don't think we have a... Yeah, we don't have a leather worker here. So... not a lot I'm going to be able to do with that until I can get us over to Orgrimmar. Coarse thread, we can just have a stack of 20, I guess. Oh yeah, it was definitely that was holding us back. Let's go ahead and we'll make some more of these. And then we'll sell them because I think we're just barely going to have room for this in our inventory. I'm just going to let these get all the skill ups they can get. I'm not going to let it go past 75, obviously, but... And if we need more leather for future patterns, I'll just farm some more up. Let's see if we can get the 75 here and max that out. Alright, there we go. We'll stop it there. 75 out of 75. Let's sell all of these. Okay, and with that, I am gonna hop on a flight here and get us over to Orgrimmar. And you know what I should actually do? Just go ahead. Oh, our quest log is full. Let's just ride over to Thunderbluff. We do have 1 quest to turn in there, and I could probably find a leather working trainer there just as easily as I can in Orgrimmar. I'll check the class trainer as well, although I think we're caught up on our level 16 skills. But yeah, we will see. Thank you guys for being here today. I really do appreciate all the support that you guys continue to show the series. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back in the Barrens sometime soon. Bye now.